I've always felt that Skyler gets an undeserved amount of hate. Is she a top 10 favorite character of mine? No, but the series is overflowing with fascinating, excellently constructed characters, so there is an abundance of great ones outside my top 10. And sure, there are times when I get irritated by her, but given that conflict is at the core of compelling storytelling, she at times serves as a roadblock in the way of our main character, and in the show's beginnings, Walt is a guy for whom you root. So I suppose it's easy for some to have a smidgen of an inherent dislike toward those that oppose him, but when it comes to characters, greatness is not measured on a scale of lovability or how badly I want to be in their company. A great character is a created being that is well realized and authentic, brilliantly performed, well written and directed, as well as interestingly layered and complex. And Skyler White, portrayed by the mega talent that is Anna Gunn, undeniably fits that bill. We view Skyler's entire being transform as she endures a laborious emotional journey, which is simply compelling to watch. I admittedly roll my eyes when I hear individuals state vehemently and with anger towards Skyler that not only did she cheat on Walt, she betrayed him. One must remind oneself that prior to Skyler deciding to sleep with Ted Beneke, who is unquestionably a fucking half-wit, the following occurs. Walt is completely and utterly dishonest about essentially everything with Skyler for 2 full seasons, Walt having told such a vast quantity of lies that he admittedly can no longer keep them straight in his head. Throughout those 2 seasons of lies, Skyler is, of course, forced to constantly wonder what Walt could possibly be hiding. Walt keeps her so distantly out of the loop that Skyler, at least for some time, believes that Walt could potentially be cheating on her. Skyler revealed to Walt in episode 213 what she had to endure in regards to calls with Walt's mother and meetings with Gretchen Schwartz in order to ultimately disprove his lies. Not to mention the emotional torment Skyler was forced to go through due to Walt's bullshit conjured up fugue state. We watch as Skyler puts up a tremendous amount of missing posters, and when she's finally reunited with her lying husband, she is exceedingly emotional. So clearly she was scared for his life. So after all of that Skyler completely understandably wants to divorce Walt, and Walt simply stubbornly refuses. He is now admitted to Skyler only because he had already slipped up and been called out, that he is a meth manufacturer, and now states to her that he is basically forcing her to remain married to him, while she also must keep her mouth shut about Walt's illegal activity. So Skyler, who is completely finished with Walt and resents him immensely, wants to do something to, at the very least, upset him. What, was she meant to obey and remain his hostage? Yeah, that would be a really interesting character with a tremendous amount of agency. In season 1, Skyler is strong-willed and confident in her beliefs, but a bit of a Karen with a hard-on for the rules and legality. Fast forward to seasons 3 through 4, and Skyler is reluctantly the Bonnie to Walt's Clyde. Then in the final season of Breaking Bad, Skyler is a broken and exceedingly jaded individual, a shell of her former self. This brilliantly constructed character, as I have made clear, goes through, like her husband, a seismic transformation, and that is one of the elements that makes Skyler White a great creation. Anna Gunn is spectacular in the role of the complex and intriguing Skyler, and for those that glared at her with gritted teeth while she was calling out Walt's laundry list of fibs in the season 2 finale, the same demographic who is rooting for the fucking evil Walt in the show's final season, I'm a bit speechless. Nothing much to say in that regard.